If you want to get genuinely stronger on the big barbell lifts over a proper block, and you're tired of programs that change every week with no real logic, this is the one I want to walk you through. Inside Tempered Strength, the Wendler 5-3-1 program is a 16-week strength block built on Jim Wendler's classic 5-3-1 method. 3 days a week, one primary lift per session. Monday is back squat, Wednesday is strict press, Friday is deadlift. But don't worry, you can change the days if needed to fit your schedule. About 60 minutes per session. This is marked advanced, and it is a pro program. It's not about chasing a pump 5 days a week, it's about slow, deliberate, unstoppable progress on the lifts that matter, with your training max climbing every single session. By the end of this video, you'll know how the 4 cycles work, how the weekly progression is structured, what each day looks like, and whether the 16 weeks of 5-3-1 is the right call for you. The big picture. 5-3-1 is built on one honest idea. Start lighter than your ego wants and add weight relentlessly over months. You do not max out, you base everything on a training max. It's roughly 90% of your true 1 rep max, and every working set is a percentage of that. When you start this program, the app asks you to enter a training max for your back squat, strict press and deadlift. That is the number the whole block is built on, and every set weight you see in the app is calculated from that automatically. If you entered a number that turns out to be too heavy, don't worry, you can edit your training maxes at any point from the program screen, and the weight will all recalculate. The 16 weeks are 4 cycles of 4 weeks each. Week 1 of every cycle is the 5s week, 3 working sets of 5, 5 and 5 plus. Week 2 is the freeze across the board, climbing in percentage. Week 3 is the 5-3-1 week, a set of 5, a set of 3 and a heavy single, plus any extra reps that you can eke out, your heaviest of the cycle. Week 4 is a deload, light, fast and easy, so you can recover and come back ready. That plus extra reps matters. The last work set each week is an AMRAP, as many reps as possible. You do not just hit the number, you beat it. Those rep records are how 5-3-1 measures progress, and they are how you know it's time to push. Then at the start of each new cycle, your training max goes up. A few kilograms on the strict press, squat and deadlift. Small, sustainable jumps that add up to real numbers by cycle 4. So day by day, session 1 is back squat, a squat specific warm up, then your 5-3-1 squat sets, with the target weights pre-filled. After the main work, leg press for quad volume, leg curls for the hams, walking lunges for single leg strength, hanging leg raises for the core without hammering all your lower back. Session 2 is your strict press. This is your overhead day and your upper body assistance day. After pressing sets, you hit dips, an incline dumbbell press for chest and triceps, push-ups as a volume finisher, lateral raises for your shoulder width, face pulls to close it out. Those face pulls are deliberate. A pressing heavy day with no rear delt work is how shoulders get cranky, so they're built in. Session 3 is your deadlift. A hinge focused warm up, then your 5-3-1 deadlift sets. Assistance is all about back and posterior chain. Barbell rows and pull-ups for pulling strength that keeps the bar tight to you. Seated cable rows for the mid-back thickness, and hip thrust for glute and lockout power. One thing to note, there is no bench press as a main lift here. Chest is trained hard as assistance on press day. Dips, incline work, push-ups, but the 3 primary lifts are squat, press and deadlift. If you want bench as a main movement, one of our other strength or powerlifting programs is a better fit. So how does progression feel? Early weeks will feel almost too easy. It's by design. 5-3-1 wants you leaving reps in the tank so you can keep adding weight for months. The intensity ramps within each cycle. The 5s week is comfortable, the 3s week bites, the 5-3-1 week is heavy, and the deload lets you breathe. Then the whole thing resets a notch heavier 4 times. Assistance exercises are swappable where it makes sense. If your gym is missing a machine or pull-ups are not there yet, swap to the assisted, use a machine or something else with our built-in swapping. So that is Wendler 5-3-1, 3 days a week in the Tempered Strength app. 16 weeks, 4 cycles, squat, press and deadlift with your training max climbing the whole way and AMRAP sets driving your progress. Enter your training maxes, trust the early weeks, chase those top set reps and let the weight take care of itself. What to expect? 16 weeks is 4 full cycles of progression. You should finish with a meaningfully heavier training max on all 3 lifts, new rep records on your AMRAP sets and noticeably more size for your legs, chest, shoulders and back from the assistance work. This is a strength program first. The numbers on the bar are the scoreboard. It's not a beginner program and it's not a physique split. You need a barbell, a rack and standard accessories, 3 days a week and the patience to trust the process when the early weeks feel light. Who is this program for? This program is for someone who is comfortable under a barbell, knows how to squat, press and pull safely and wants a proven long-term strength method rather than random workouts. If you're brand new to lifting, start with a beginner strength program first. If you specifically want to peak for a powerlifting total including bench, look at the traditional powerlifting program instead. It's a pro program, so you will need a subscription to run the full block. But if you want the most trusted strength progression in the app and you're ready to commit to 4 cycles, this is the one. Let us know how much you progress on the Wendler program, and good luck.